breaking news is that Shot City has a new gun. Welcome to Shot City, baby! Hey guys, Shot City here. I'm out in my garage working on setting up a suppressor on my new Daniel Defense PDW. So I'm going to take this muzzle device off. A lot of you guys had a question about how I got my suppressor set up on my other one. So I'm going to show you very quickly before this water cools down. Right here I've got a pot of boiling hot water. So I'm going to put the gun in this pot of boiling hot water and let this sit for a little bit, and this will loosen up the rock set that's holding this muzzle device on. So let's just give this a little bit of time. Then when I'm ready, I'll take it out, throw it in my vise. And yeah, I do got enough water in there. So you want to make sure that the water is covering the actual muzzle device. And you see I got some attachments on here, and I zip tied them up so that they won't be plunged into boiling hot water. And I just didn't feel like taking them off because I knew I didn't have to if I just zip tied them up. So I'll let this sit in here for a little bit, and then I will get back with you guys and show you what it looks like when I'm taking it off using the vise. Alright, so it's been about a minute or two in the water so far. Stuff's starting to get a little steamed up, which is fine. I mean, all the stuff that's on this gun is, I guess, supposedly bomb proof or whatever. I will say that my success with the vise has been channel locks. Daniel Defense recommends using one of these things. I have no clue how these things work. I forget what they're called, a strap wrench or something. They're not for me. I'll say that. Some people may be able to get it with that, but I was unsuccessful, and I'm going to use what worked for me last time. So I'll let it sit just a little bit longer. Make sure that that rock set gets nice and hot so that it's easily broken. So we're installing the Daniel Defense muzzle device, which I have on my other one. It's the DD Wave muzzle brake. I'm going to say that should be good. So then I've got one of these like gunsmithing vise blocks. Let me move this up a little bit so you can see. So I'll just set it in here. Oh. There we go. That's how it's supposed to fit. This way. Tighten up my vise real quick. And then take these channel locks real quick. And I don't really want to mess up the current muzzle device, so I will put a little cloth over it just to not chew it up with the teeth of this thing. But I will also crank it down so that it is tight. Alright, that's pretty tight. So now I'll cover it up with the cloth. Grab it and let's see. There we go. It just broke loose nice and easy. That rock set does not stand up well to the heat. So I should be able to twist it off now. Just some boiling water, guys, and some channel locks. And it does, I'm not gonna lie, it does scratch your muzzle device up a little bit, but it's a muzzle device, so I mean, a few scratches on a muzzle device isn't too bad. I mean, like, it's bullets coming out of there. So I wouldn't get too upset about that. Now, let's clean up these threads because we're gonna need to put some more rock set on it eventually, and then get our shim set up. So you're gonna have to use some of these round little shims to basically fit your suppressor on the right way and then time it the right way. So it's supposed to be like turned to like the 10 p.m. position, I guess this little side. So I'm going to read the instructions again, and then I'll come back and show you guys how I do that. Alright, and we're back. So let's talk about getting this thing timed right. And I'll probably have to take the camera off the tripod to fully show you this. So first you want to clean your threads up, which I'm going to do here shortly, but I want to show you what it means by timing. So if I tighten this, you know, essentially all the way by hand, I can tighten it to where the threads begin and end. Why is that not focusing? So these threads here begin and end here, and this is essentially 12 o'clock. Now, what the instructions say is you want them to be at 10 o'clock, which means I have to loosen it up a little bit. So now I've got wiggle room and I need to fill that gap. And I also want this side to be flat and this side to be flat, and these ports to be on the outside. So the only way to get this to sit at that like 10 o'clock position here, pretty much, is going to be to add shims. So I was looking through my shim set, and it looks like I have used, where was that at? It was the 0.10 one. So it looks like I'd used this in the past. So I may, sorry, let me clear this up. Terrible camera work right now. There we go. So it looks like I've used this one in the past, the 0.10. So I was going to mix maybe a 0.8 and a 0.2 together to make that 0.10, but I actually found one. So I'm going to try that first after I clean these threads up, and then we'll go from there. I'm hoping that that'll work the first time. Yeah, so this is the package that I had used in the past. So you can see they're exactly the same. And then now that this is cleared up a little bit, that's what I mean by getting the beginning and end of those threads to the 10 o'clock position, where if I tighten it all the way, they go more so to the 12 o'clock position, which we don't want because it's directing gases upward and kind of not interacting with your baffles properly of your suppressor. So let me put this back on the tripod, clean these threads up, and then we'll give it a go. We'll see what works. So to clean your threads, you're going to want to use alcohol and some type of brush. I'm just going to use an old toothbrush. It says use a wire brush. I kind of think maybe that's a little extreme. I've never done that. and I don't think it's really that necessary. And then I use these like nylon cloths. They're painter's cloths from Home Depot or Lowe's. So I just give this a good little spray down with some alcohol. Brush off any of this excess oil or anything that may be on there. Mainly you just don't want grease to be interacting with the rock set when you put it on. That's going to cause problems. So also use this nylon cloth to wipe it down a little bit. Alright guys, so another thing that you're going to want to do is clean the inside of your muzzle device too. Make sure that you clean that up as well. Just get any debris, oil out of that too. There we go. Alright, then we let this rock set dry. I mean, I'm not going to shoot it in the next 24 hours anyway. Just let this rock set dry. Put the gun back together. And put it back in the safe. Simple as that. So this is our end result with it. The threads actually ending up on the left side. Unlike I thought before, they would have to be in the 10 o'clock position. They're more so. This drifted down to the 3 o'clock. If you can get it in the 4 o'clock position, you'll be like golden. But I'm going to be happy with the 3 o'clock position because I don't want to have to mess around with this too much anymore. I think it looks good. I think I'm happy with it. All right. Well, that's the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Shot City.